Welcome to the Spunky Spirit Podcast. I'm your host, psychic medium Carrie Muggs. This is where we learn all things spirit, everything from spiritual gifts, awakenings, ghosts, aliens, and starseeds. Nothing is untouchable, but always fun and spunky. I am honored to be on this spiritual journey with you, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Spunky Spirit. I am psychic medium Carrie Muggs, and today we're going to talk about being the light in dark times, because there is lots of stuff going on right now, so much stuff going on right now, and it seems dark. There's been the fires, the politics, all the stuff going on in the world. You think you're going to start a new year and then all these crazy things happen. I think it happened in 2024 too, like lots of alien stuff happened at the beginning. So it's kind of hard to be a light worker or spread your light when things are dark, right? And sometimes you get pulled into that. Now, what I don't want you to do is, if you're feeling sad and you're feeling blue, or you're feeling like, I want you to process that. I want you to hold that, and I want you to honor it. But I also want you to, so this isn't about like toxic positivity. This isn't about looking at things and trying to make the best out of it, or saying, well, you want to try and make the best out of it, or you want to look at the good things. Like, I don't know about you, but when I see, the California fires, and I see all the houses that are lost and homes that are lost, it breaks my heart. But when I see the videos of people finding their animals or finding their pets, it like brings me hope. And so I don't want you to pretend it's not happening. And I don't want you to, Earth is hard, and the world can be a scary place sometimes, but that doesn't mean it needs to dim your light. You can be sad, and you can process, and you can grieve. And if it makes you feel better, you can help in ways that you can control, because this stuff is out of your control. This stuff is something you can't change or you can't control. And you have to remember that the most spiritual thing that you can do right now is do the things that you can control. So what can you control? You can donate if you want to, if that makes you feel better. You can be grateful. You can find gratitude in different things. I know, like, some people, I don't even know, even in the small things, you could find gratitude that you are able to donate, even, like, and a gratitude that maybe your loved ones aren't part of that, or and you can also send love. You can send vibes. That Care Bear meme I talk about all the time, and the Care Bears are sending prayers or sending love and their energy, and it's going, and you see the rainbows off their bellies, and you can send them so much good energy and intentions and thoughts. And you can join prayer circles for them or pray for them. You can do, and this isn't just the California fires. This could be like the North Carolina thing that happened. And this can be, tsunamis, things like that. Anything that happens that just kind of takes your wind or takes your breath away. And I remember when my kids were really little and 9/11 happened. And I hadn't quite stepped into, I'd had the abilities, psychic abilities, but I hadn't quite stepped into doing it full time, or, I was still but I was scared to death when 9/11 happened. And I remember going downstairs and just crying and asking God to just take all of us now, because I thought the world was going to end. I thought it was going to be bad. I thought people were going to come and get us and take my kids, and there's so much good that has happened between 9/11 and now that I'm glad that my prayers didn't get answered. My prayers, I was just like, come take us all now. It was crazy. I was also younger, didn't know better, but but times like this, when you think the world is so crazy and you think that it's so out of your control, it's hard to sometimes function, and you get intrusive thoughts, and you have fear, and you have scary thoughts. And I remember, and especially when you're on social media a lot, if you're on social media a lot, then these intrusive thoughts or these fears or these ideas can come into play. And so I just wanted to remind you that you can be the light. You can be the light in these dark times, just like a firefly. I've actually never seen a firefly, but I want to one day because it's magical. How magical is that to be a firefly? To be able to light. Remember the glowworms, the little glowworms? And I kind of imagine myself as being a glowworm, right? And it's hard because you don't want to do toxic positivity and pretend it's not happening. That's not what I want to do. It is happening. And the world can be a scary place, and there's lots going on, and lots of different things that people are, all different kinds of conspiracies, and all different kinds of things that are truth, and all different kinds of different things. And so sometimes it's just hard to be the light in these dark times or these days. But I want to remind you too, I feel like all times have been dark. I mean, if you watch like shows that go back into time, like it was pretty brutal back in the day, like clear back in the 1800s, or when women couldn't vote, or women were like treated like crap in front of the whole village, or and we didn't talk about things like predators and child predators and things like that. And I think that it's always been a hard place. It's always been a scary place. It's just that social media makes it 10 times worse because we know all about it. Back in the day, it was like we didn't know all the scary details. We didn't know the conspiracy theories. We just saw it on the news. And back before that, people had to you heard about it through the grapevine or telegrams or mail or whatever like that. Before there was television, you heard it on the radio back before that. So it wasn't constantly in our face. And our bodies and our minds are not meant to constantly have this scary stuff constantly in our face. So one thing that you can do besides donate is to the cause that whatever cause that you think is scary, whatever cause that you want to help in, you do that. But I also want you to know that you cannot control outside stuff like that. So you can control what you can. You can control what you can. And almost too, maybe not be on, if you can time yourself on social media. Social media can and I'm not going to say anything, but I know just from my gifts or whatever, I know that is attuned, and our algorithm is attuned to what we want to see or what they think we want to see. And it's kind of controlled. Like the algorithm is controlled to control your thoughts. Just like the news was, just like it is. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people think that's conspiracy theory, but it's not. I know it. I've seen it. And so if you are leaving social media and you're fearful and you're scared, then maybe it's time to not be on it for a little bit. And I also too, the way that you can help and the way you can be grateful, shine your light, is to be grateful for the small things. And it's really hard to be grateful when you see people's houses burned down, right? So you can be grateful that you've maybe never experienced that, or that you can be grateful that you can help donate, or you can do something. You can have something in your power that you can help. And you can be there for people. You can reach out to see if friends and family are okay. And you can do what you can do. And that's why there's a magic about living in the now, because you can only do what you can do and what you can control. And you can control that if you're scrolling too much and watching all this stuff too much, then you can control to turn it off, right? Because you're going to get to a point where you can't control it. You're going to have intrusive thoughts all the time. So you need to remember that you are unique, and you are the only you on this earth. And your gifts can bring light to people. And if you are so drowned or so underneath all of the crappy things, because earth can be hard, but earth can also be beautiful. It's crazy because one minute you can be looking at all the fires in LA, and the next minute you can look out your back window and see your kids playing in the backyard, in your own backyard. And that's why you can be grateful, right? So I just want you to remember to be, this is where, you get that card that says don't be of the world, don't be in the world, don't be, I don't even know how to explain it, but I do know this. Make sure, especially if you're an empath, that you're observing what's going on and not absorbing everybody's fear, not absorbing everybody's scarcity, not absorbing all of that stuff. And it says to be in the world, not of the world. I think that's how it goes. It might be the other way around. And that just means be in the now. Be in what you can control. Be in what you can do, not be in what you can't control and what you can't have any, whatever. And so I guess this is just, it's really hard. My job, I feel like, is really hard in these times to try and be the light and try and bring you the light, because a lot of people are like, how come you're not acknowledging this? And how come you're not acknowledging this? It's not that I don't want to acknowledge it. It's just that I want to be the light. You see so much of the scariness and so much of the constantly that I want to be, when you see me, I want to be the smile. I want to be the happy. I want to be the light. And I don't want you to that's not to disregard what's going on. It's just to bring you some sort of peace in the day. And you can do that too. You can do that for others. You can reach out. And I know a lot of people are like, find gratitude. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's so hard to find gratitude in the world today. But you can find it in the small, small things. You can have gratitude that you saw a squirrel in the backyard today run across the power lines, and maybe your grandma sent you that squirrel, your grandma on the other side, to let you know she loves you. Maybe you walked outside your door and saw a feather on your porch, and that was maybe your dad who passed over to let you know that he loves you. I want you to know that you can be the light in this world because your ancestors are with you the whole time too. They know what you're going through. They've lived on earth. They understand. And I don't want you to think this is like the end of times and all is bad. I think if you were to look back, clear back to Bible times, if you read the Bible, that is a crazy ass story. Like no disrespect, but you read the stories in the Bible and they were crazy too. There was, the fire of Sodom and Gomorrah, and she turns around and she turns into a pillar of salt. Those are dramatic times. And so, we've come so far. And so we've got to take the good with the bad. And I just want you to know that you're not this isn't the end of times. This isn't the end of the world. This is just how the world's always been. Always. There's always been UFO sightings. There's always been fires. There's always been weather stuff. It's just we see it constantly with the social media in our face every single day. And so I want you to take a deep breath. And if you have to, you're not being disloyal to those if you put your social media down. You're not being non-caring, and you're not being calloused if you put the social media down. You've got to protect your peace. You've got to protect you. And if that means putting your phone down for a little while and maybe reaching out to a friend who you haven't talked to for a long time to see how they're doing. And, you could do so many things to be the light for others. And even when you're not feeling like you can, like I know sometimes when I'm down, I'll reach out to one of my kids or one of my friends and be like, how is your day? And try and help them, even though sometimes, you're light, you're empty and you don't have anything else to give. And that's okay too. That's totally fine. I just want you to know that your light makes a difference. And so I don't want you to dim it. If you be honest about it, this is the time we need the light, right? This is the time that we need the good forces, the good. This is the time with all the scary things that are going on. This is the time that we need your light to shine. This is the time where you bring hope. This is the time where you care for others. This is the time where you need to have your little firefly butt shining like crazy, because people need it. People need to see your shine. And sometimes it's when you just don't feel like you can anymore, right? And so I just want you to know that when you see me, and I am not bringing this stuff up, it's not because I'm callous to it. It's not because I'm immune to it. It affects me too. But I don't want to bring it to you because I want to bring you happiness. I want to bring you cheer. I want to bring you joy. And this is not the end. This is not, we've got through a lot of things and we can get through this. And so I just want you to remember, what is that glowworm anyways, I want you to remember to shine your little butt off. You are the biggest firefly and you are the best firefly. And I know that you're tired and sometimes you can be. And you got to give yourself grace here and you got to be able to be tired and you got to be able to honor that. But do what you can to give yourself grace, to get back up and to move forward and to shine your butt off like the firefly does in the dark. Because sometimes you need to lead the way. Sometimes you're the one who needs to lead the way, to lead the path of the fireflies. And I think that fireflies are so magical. And I think that they're so amazing. And they're majestic. They're just majestic. And so in these times, just remember to try and be the firefly. And don't shine. You have to have the energy to do it, though. You can't shine your light if you don't have the energy. It's like a battery, and it's like a battery. And so if you have shown and shown and shown, and you're tired, recharge. That's what you do with your phone, right? Like you play with your phone, and when the battery's dead, you don't throw it away. You recharge the battery. You set it aside, and you recharge the battery. And that's what you need to do. If you're in a position right now where you can't shine your little butt right now, then you need to give yourself some rest and recharge. And then you can come back full force and try to be the light, try to be the light. It's just so funny because I put a meme on my Instagram of stories, and it's this man, and he's trying to sing "This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine," and all around him's going fires and UFOs and all these conspiracy theories, and he's singing like completely out of tune. And I think that is perfect. That is perfect. You're still trying. He's still trying to spread the light, even while all this stuff is going on. And that's what I hope that you can find in yourself. I try and bring the light to you. I try and let you know that our ancestors are watching over us. The Spirit is watching over us. God is watching over us. And I know sometimes it seems hard because there's so many crazy things going on right now, right? But it's always have been, always has been. Nothing's really changed. It's just you see more and more of it. And so I want you to, if recharging means you need to put your phone down for a little bit, then recharge, because we need your light. We need your unique light. We need you to shine. We need you to shine your little butt off. And we love you. And we need you to be healthy, happy, not toxic positivity happy, healthy, happy. We need you to, it's just like shadow work, right? You have to get down into the nitty gritty of what's really holding you back, what you're really afraid of. It's like dark night of the dark depths of the soul. And then you come out and your light just shines brighter than ever before because you got through it, and you got healthy. And so that's what I'm here to tell you. If these things are triggering you, it's not callous for you to put the phone down for a little bit. It's okay. Our minds are not meant to continue and watch the scaredness and the scary and the fear. Our minds are not made for that. And if you continue to do that, your light will burn out. And so give yourself some grace. And don't continue to watch it all the time. Or don't continue to watch the scariness of the world. Just control what you can control, and maybe read a really good book in your own house in front of the fireplace, and do you and be you, so you can shine your light for everybody else. So I hope that helps. It was short today, but I just wanted you to know I needed to show up for you. Just because it has been a little bit crazy since the year started. And I needed you to know that you are unique and you can do this and you've got this. Big things are coming for me this year. I've got lots of plans. Part of me wants to tell you because I want to be accountable, but part of me wants to be like, surprise. So follow me and you come along with me on this journey. And I would be honored to have you along and be on yours too, because I love you so much. And remember, you have all the magic inside of you, just like the little fireflies in their little lidded butts. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.